You're both Colombian.
Yeah, so I just been like listening to her. Like I just think sound like what she's doing.
You were born out there as well?
No, I was born out in Jersey.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
your parents came over. Both sides are Colombian?
Yeah, they're both Colombian. Yeah.
Dope. What part of Colombia?
Barranquilla.
Barranquilla.
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
And have you gone back and
Yeah, I used to
visited?
go there all like for the summers, like and stay there for like a summer, the
You
whole
still
summer.
have family out there?
Yeah, I still got family out there. Yeah, yeah.
So you visit them when you go
Yeah,
out?
100%. Yeah, yeah.
That's
Plan on
great.
going this year for sure.
I'm dying to visit. I've never
It's
visited.
a major vibe, man. You gotta go out there.
I haven't been to Colombia since I left.
Colombia's
As a
super
kid.
Really?
dope.
Can you go back or is it like
No,
a problem?
no, I can't go back.
Okay.
I can't go back. I just haven't been able to. Yeah, I just haven't been able to.
Yeah, because there was a lot of Cubans.
Have you
here
been
in
out there
Miami.
before to Colombia at all?
Never, bro. To
you
be
gotta
honest,
go, man.
I gotta step up my travel. I gotta step
Yeah,
up my
yeah.
travel game.
Yeah,
Facts.
man.
Yeah, Colombia's a major vibe, man. I feel like the Caribbeans and all like Colombia and like Cuban, like they're all like have like the similar
cultures,
like
yeah, the
culture,
yeah.
especially like the architecture and all those spots. Like they sort of look alike.
Similar, but what's crazy is they're so different now. But Colombia,
it's completely different. Yeah.
Geographically full, like the realist, like full, like the mountains, the fucking doesn't it
Yeah,
snow out there?
the scenery
There's
out there
all kinds
is
of crazy
amazing.
shit out there that
Yeah,
ain't
You
in
know,
the Caribbean.
I don't know if you know about this. This is a saying. It's probably like one of the oldest sayings. Supposedly, my old boy told me it's one of the oldest sayings in Colombia, and it's that when God made Colombia and He made like that whole land, of Colombia, Venezuela, all these places, but Colombia, He made it so beautiful. It was such an oasis, right? That He had to balance out all that beauty and then all that like love and everything with evil. So He had to let just the same amount of evil in. And I'm not talking about the drug trade or none of that.
Specifically?
My country's hurting right now. You know what I'm saying? And it's something it's very close to my heart, and it hurts my heart. But that's a saying that when God made Colombia, it was so beautiful that He had to balance it out with some evil, with a lot of evil, and then that's why there is a lot of evil in Colombia, and there throughout history, Colombia has continually been like fucked, unfortunately. But there's still hope.
The new president there sucks. The new president.
No, the new president's he's a piece of shit.
So you guys gotta educate me because I'm not informed on this.
Oh no, so Colombia, the president
right now politically,
he's like on some communist vibes, but he was also from like a radical political group that was like its own organization.
Has it always been fucked up since like the Narcos times, like the politics?
Supposedly
it's always been fucked up.
Well, let me tell you how fucked up he was caught with a. Actually, you know what? I can't even say that.
No, don't talk about that.
I'm gonna put it here in the edit.
I'm
not gonna let the audience.
We'll edit that. We'll edit that. But so
out. You want to edit that out?
No. What the little thing he just said, the little but whatever. Anyway, so yeah. So in Colombia right now, we have a president, right? That he is very with communism, right? And then he is part, and he has ties with La Guerrilla, right? So if you don't know what La Guerrilla is, right? La Guerrilla is like a radical militia that was made in the mountains, right, in Colombia, in like the 1930s or something like that. You know what I mean? But however, the guerrilla grew so much that it grew a right side and a left side. You get what I mean? So there's a Democratic side and there's a Republican side of La Guerrilla.
Is it similar like to
And
that
that's not
squad,
including the government.
that non-Fed squad that they came up with to like get the narcos?
No. Yeah, they were involved.
That's another thing.
But you know what is it that I'm talking about?
The narcos.
The Pepes.
Yeah, the Pepes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Pepes.
But is it the same type beat as the Pepes?
Yes and no.
Yeah,
yes
yeah. I
and
think it
no.
was
Yes and
Pepes, right?
Yes and no, because
was the Cali cartel niggas. They created that to get power.
yeah. They were involved. So the La Guerrilla was involved.
Predates this.
The La Guerrilla was involved when I don't know when Pablo Escobar stormed the Capitol and they fucking fucked the courthouse up and they burned that shit up.
They were involved with Pablo?
I don't know.
La Guerrilla.
Wow.
They were involved. They did that with him.
Oh,
you know what
okay.
I'm saying?
That was the
Yeah,
political.
he broke
that was the political team.
But
he funded.
they're not a political.
Right.
They're not
fake
a
political. Whatever. the fuck.
They're just literally like a group of people from the fucking mountains that started a militia.
Terrorist
So
group.
they're
That's
basically
yeah.
so yeah and they've been around for so long that they even beef with each other because there's a left and a right now, a Democratic and then a Republican. You know what I'm saying? So they followed. Yeah. So
They just used to steal drugs from the drug dealers. Wow.
Their main thing was kidnapping.
Yeah,
So
they would kidnap like a political daughter,
political figures, journalists, people like that. That was
Which
their
Pablo
thing.
definitely implemented in his
Yeah,
campaign.
he was on that too. Yeah.
And then the narcos used them as a like
Scumbags,
as
yeah.
they used them to break bread, but at the same time the narcos kind of kept their distance from them as well because they're they're fucking militia.
You know what you gotta watch? You gotta watch that show on Netflix, the El Padrón del Mal. El Patrón del Mal.
That's
Which
the
is
real
a-
one.
is
That's
the
story
of-
everybody
the
says
Bro,
story
is
it's
of
so
real.
funny,
They
bro.
say that's what the real shit.
It's
besides
funny.
It's
Narcos.
fucking hilarious.
It's hilarious,
It's
bro.
hilarious.
Like
Comedic?
it's
It's comedic?
No, it's
real-
not comedic.
It's not. It's just
It's-
like certain
but
things that he does.
Certain things that he does and the way like it's fucking
Yeah,
funny.
he's
Like
just
you
funny.
watch it
Like
and
he's
you
a good
laugh.
Pablo though. Like
He
he's
was the best.
he's the
He
best
was
Pablo I've ever seen.
So I want to ask you guys this, and especially now that I know you're Colombian too, Con. What's your opinion? Because I've had this conversation with Colombians and it's gone different ways. Some of them say fuck narcos, it's whack, it's a bad portrayal of Colombia, the police, the whole thing, this and that, it makes us look bad. Other ones say, yeah, no, it's dope, it's good entertainment. It's what's your opinion on that on the TV show, the Netflix version, the Americanized English shit?
Oh, the Americanized one.
Yeah.
I don't think it's bad. Like personally, me though, I like the original like Spanish one that's like
El
that's from
Patrón del Mal,
Colombia.
it's
Yeah,
much better
because
entertainment value.
it's
in it.
built in Colombia. You know what I'm saying? It was shot in Colombia. The actors are actually Colombian.
Dope.
They
okay.
speak Spanish.
No, no,
you know, like he's
wow.
speaking Spanish like a real
lot
like.
of the
it's-
actors
and
are
he
very
looks
famous
exactly
in
like
Colombia.
Pablo.
I love that. You guys
So
are
like,
saying
if you
it's
want to
more
get like
accurate.
the if you want to
It's
get like
much
the
more
realest
accurate.
version, yeah, you watch
that
that
dude
one.
is definitely from Medellin.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
guy that plays Pablo, and also a lot
And they
of
even
the
brought some of the
in that
actors
show
from there
are
on the
very
actual
well-known.
narco show.
I've heard that. Yeah.
So you see some of them like on there like that are
Some of
from the actual
people-
narco
some of the
show.
people
Some
are-
of the key ones.
I mean,
some of
yeah,
the
from the
people
Patrón del
show
Mal,
from,
yeah.
like, they're in the
One of the
narcos.
guys one of the guys in the Netflix version in the prison. Once he's in prison already, one of the key guys he murks in there that he gets caught up for at the end was on the original show.
Yeah.
exactly.
I think
But-
the redhead dude. Yeah.
But to be honest, the Netflix version of Narcos, personally, like me, I like it.
I like it
thought it was
too,
good.
yeah.
I thought it was
I thought it
very
was
well
cool.
shot. I love the song in the beginning. That shit's so
Wow, it
hard.
is a classic.
I love that song. I love
a
that song, and I
classic.
had never heard that song, to be honest. I heard it on Narcos. And yeah, they did miss a lot of key points. They did, but it's all dramatization, bro. It's all dramatization
Hollywood,
at the end of the day.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the one that they did butcher was the one of La Madrina.
I haven't seen it yet.
If I haven't seen it either,
With Sofia de Vergara.
it's with Sofia Vergara.
Vergara.
Yeah.
Sexy, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But my mom and my my mother's family, like, she personally knew Griselda Blanco, like, as a child, and she looked up to that lady. And my mom was like, she saw that shit and she almost cried. She was like, yo, this poor lady is turning over in her grave right now because, like, they butchered, like, her image, who she was. Like, this lady was not, like, Sofia Vergara is fine as fuck, bro. I love that lady, like, bro. But like La Madrina, she was short, she was ugly, she was stubby.
That was questionable.
She was
Why gets
chubby,
the sexy? That's
and she was a boss. She was a boss. Like my mom has told me, because she comes from unfortunately she comes from that world, and she's told me, like, the boss of, like, who's known as, like, the boss in Colombia from the narcos and all that, like, the one that did it the most, and it was Griselda Blanco. It wasn't Pablo. Everybody idolizes Pablo. I love Pablo. I call him my uncle. You feel me? But you know what I'm saying. At the end of the day, Griselda Blanco was another. She was another animal. The
PR.
things she did. The things
You know what
she
it
did.
is? It's PR because everybody
I don't
knows
know.
the picture
I
of
think
Pablo.
they were both. I think Pablo was on some shit too, though.
Yeah,
He was
but
just-
I mean, yeah, it goes a lot.
Well, I think you're more. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I
But-
think you're more speaking to the business enterprise of it.
Yeah.
You're speaking to the business enterprise of it because Pablo's just a lunatic, fucking blowing airplanes up with
No,
civilians.
but I'm also
She
talking
was
about that.
smart. She was
but I'm also
smart.
talking about that. Like, she was a fucking lunatic. Like, she was crazy, and then so was Pablo. But the way I mean it is, like, I guess just things that aren't televised or spoken about, that I'm just like, or stories that I've heard, from family members that just like, damn, that lady was the one. She was the one. Rest in peace, Griselda Blanco, man.